Yo, big up yourself. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a helper with us today. Yeah. So in today's video, we are going to be installing a car charger and EV consumer unit. But it's a big run. I'm going to get the stuff ready. While I do that, run that thing. So this is where we are going to be taking the power from. We've got the meter, mains coming in, into the meter, through that wall there. The existing fuse board is that side of the wall. We will be doing a board change later on this week, but we need to get the car charger on for now. So what we're going to do is Henley blocks down here, like that. So we've got brown, blue and green, live, neutral and earth obviously. They're going to go somewhere there. So out the meter, it's going to go into these. Off there, up to our board and down into our EV consumer unit. So EV consumer unit, we've gone for the anthracite, would you call that? Anthracite grey. We've got main switch, SPD and a 40 amp RCBO. So that's going to be supplying our charger. We're going to be running it round in the EV cable. So this is 4mm EV cable. It's got your live, neutral and your earth and a Cat 5 cable inside. Could be Cat 6. Oh, it is Cat 6A. There you go then. So that's going to be running to our charger. So from here, we're going to be cleating it up right the way through, up into this void. I've just took a bit of the ceiling down here. There was a little wooden sheet covering it. So we're going to be coming through. We're then going to be dropping down the corner here, drill straight through there. We're going to take off that skirting there, straight the way through. Let me just turn my light on here. That's going to bring us out in that corner there. Then we're going to cleat it right the way across and then down through that hole there. And then that is going to be taking us right through here. And it drops down there. So that will take us up into that cupboard. There is power down here, but obviously with this charger, we need to get a CT back. So we've just decided to take it right the way back to the mains. It's just better for us really. Then we're going to go round either this way, inside this trunking, right the way round. And then the charger is going to be going on this wall here. So what we'll probably do is come right the way round here. And then, oh, a couple of singles hanging out there. And then cleat round, cleat down, straight through the wall into our charger. That's the plan. Let's get to it. So drilling that hole has took us out here. So now I've just got to put a bend on the cable, bash, up in that corner, straight up and over to there. But what I'm probably going to do first is drill through under the stairs, get through into that little cupboard under there and come up from the garage underneath. That's just because this is a shorter run this end than it is down there. So I'll set the drum up down in the garage, pull the cable up, pull it through that little cupboard, drill through, bash, and then we're out here. Right, I'm down in the garage, got the Run Protec out, got the drummer cable, pop that on there like that. Look at that. Damn. So I'm going to start pulling this off now. I've got James upstairs ready to get the cable from me. So I'm going to get it pushed up first. We'll route it through. Hey, James. Now, once this is pulled off a little bit, I'm going to go up there, swap with James. He can feed this off just in case we hit that car, which I do not want, because just a tiny little scratch on that is probably worth a lot more than this job's going to be. You got enough? What? You got enough? Yeah. Okay, let's swap. Right, I've measured this out, so this is where she comes up in that corner. Then it's got to go across there, through that bottom step there, and then I'm just going to cleat it right down low through to the wall. Sent James down there now just to watch the drum off really, just so the cable doesn't unravel on that roller. This makes a change as well. What time is it? 10 to 10 in the morning. Well, obviously in the morning. And it's boiling. And it's an outside job-ish, which is never heard of for us. It's all normally pissing down by now if we're outside. So this is nice, but it is too hot, so yeah. Right, step here, I'm going to be drilling through with a Bosch wood bit. So I'm going to drill through about here. Then I think we're going to have to put the SDS through just to break through the plaster line, but we won't know till I've drilled this hole basically. So the plan was drill through with the SDS. That's that then. Bosch, so that is now through. No, Jack, he's putting it through the wall. I said put it through the wall, he's doing it from outside.
Like what?
That's awesome. Do it from inside, you tail.
You said put it out.
So straight through that hole now will take us outside. I'll show you what I've had to do in here. So, ignore that cable, I haven't done that. That black cable is us. So that's going to be cleated on top of the skirting there. I have had to break a hole out there though. But then if we go down, how the skirting board goes into there, I do not know. Basically, if I shine that there, look, can you see that? Big void right the way to our hole in the step. So that's perfect. That went a lot better than I thought it would, which was fantastic. So cable's through now. So that's going to be cleated right across the bottom of there, then it can be boxed in after, and some skirting board can go on top of the boxing. Can't be buried behind the skirting board basically. I've said to the customer, we'll cleat it low level. They can box it in after. Mint.
No.
Brings us out into here now. Cleats up, into the ceiling space, and through and down. Righty-ho, off we go. I'm absolutely sweating. You guys. Hey, you guys. Right, I need to get it up and through here. So, mate, there's a lot of insulation. There's a lot of wet insulation. Next job, cleats. Ceiling's back up, cable is cleated nicely down, little bend on it at the bottom into the hallway. It's just hanging out the ceiling there for now until we get our EV board up in there, but I'm going to crack on in the hallway. Right, I've drilled all these out in a line, so I've got 3 there. I might just have to fix one into this bit of wood here, but for now, these 3 are going to get us in and on and through. In and on and through, he says. Now we're using cleats because there was no D-lines in stock, but I'm more than happy using cleats. You know, it's the same amount of work. They do look a little bit neater with D-line, but you know, we do what we do, don't we? We do what we do, yeah? Does the same job, we've been doing them for years. You know what I'm saying, Brev? That's cleated now across that floorway. I could do with levelling it out a little bit. But yeah, you get the gist. We've got the same to do under the stairs. I'm not going to take the camera in there because it's pitch black dark and it's a tight squeeze and it's 36,000 degrees. But I'll get them on anyway. Told you we'd get it done, didn't I? So straight across the skirting line there and then just bends down and through the floor. That takes us into the garage. Come on. Right, mon chéris. What's mon chéri mean? My friend. Anyway, cable's here. So I'm going to coil enough off now. I was going to jump into this trunking. I don't think I want to get involved with it, to be fair. So what I'm going to do is drill some more cleats just above the trunking on the wall. Bring it round here, round here, round here. Then I'm going to come across the ceiling line here, straight down this panelled wall and out through to where the charger is going to be located here. Right, I'm going to get some of these drilled out. James is going to pass me the plugs, the screws, the cleats, and then across that ceiling line there, I'm going to use the D lines because obviously they're metal fixings. Get them drilled into the concrete. If there's ever a fire, it's not going to sag down because of the metal fixings. That's what they're designed for. So just across that ceiling line, I've got enough to do that. So we'll get them drilled, get some of them up, get this lot cleated, get it cleated down the wall, get it drilled through, get the charger on. Quick disclaimer. If I've got white stuff all over my face, it's sun cream.
Yeah, you might want to look at your left ear.
Why? Oh my god. It's sun cream, honest. Right, I've put a few D lines in, just above this garageway. So that's going to take us over to this panelled wall. So these, I've just got to offer it up, poke the piece through, he says, poke the piece through there, wrap it round, and then just fold over the little tab, like that. So I'll get these all done right the way across now, and then we'll look at drilling through to where the position of the charger is going to be.
Yo,
Right.
yourself.
Right, that's through, round and out now. And all I've done is I've put the hole in the template that the charger comes with. So that's where the rear entry cable is. We're going to level that up, get these 4 holes drilled, which are our fixing points for our charger. I'm soaking wet in sweat, man. What time is it? 11:15. I'm absolutely drenched. Honestly, it's boiling. Anyway, let me show you the charger. So charger we're fitting is a tethered sync EV unit. So there's 7.5 kilowatt, but they have changed this now. I'm not sure I fitted the new one on a video, but basically there's a little holster in the front now where it clips in rather than having the standalone holster on the wall. So tethered charger, which means we've got our lead on it already. It's going to be perfect for this situation. So we've got our little accessory bag. We've got another accessory bag. Let's show you what's in then. So in the first one, we have got our washers. So we're going to be putting our screws over these, just gives you a bit of a better IP rating. We're going to be putting this grommet in the back of the charger to bring our cable entry in. We'll do a little slit in that, pull our cable through. Does also come with a stuffing gland. We won't need that for this installation, but we can use it on the other side on the EV board. Comes with our cable clamp, grip, obviously the screws and things, security bit for taking the front cover off. Then the other accessory bag, we've got our CT clamp, we've got our mains plug, so live, neutral and earth into that, then clicks into our power, and we've also got this for the other side of the CT. So this is going to connect in, there you go, CT, PV, don't know what 485 is. PV, this can be linked in with your solar, so it's solar ready to charge with free electricity. CT, we're going to be putting in plus and minus there. So we'll choose some cores out of the Cat5, Cat6, sorry. Cat6 this end, we'll probably go with brown and white, and then the brown and white will link onto this, the other end, and go around the mains live. Right, first thing we're going to do is get this drilled out for the cable entry. So we've just got a centerpiece and a cutout for 25mm bit. We're going to bang that through first, like that. Bash. And then we've got our 4 centerpieces for our fixings that we've already marked and drilled out using the template. So what I'm going to do is just put this straight through those, like so. And they should line up perfectly for our screws. So now our cable's coming through. Just before we mount it, we've got it all screwed out. We're going to strip this cable. Now what we're using for this is our EV Ultra stripper. Basically, this clamps down, if you can see that blade in the middle. So we're going to clamp that down on the cable. We can adjust the blade using this, bringing it up and down for the thickness of the cable you're using. We're just going to clamp this round, give it a spin, and then pull it all the way off. Hopefully, it strips it first time. So we'll spin it round first, and then we'll just hold it tightly and give it a pull. And then hopefully, it's done absolutely nothing. Oh, it has. I'm looking at the wrong side. I've got sun cream in my eyes. I'm in a right mess. Right, that needs to go up a bit more. So we'll make the blade a little bit longer. And then we will spin it round again. And then we're going to grab it, make sure that's going in, and then give it a pull down the length. And there we are. As easy as that. Now we've always struggled stripping this cable because I use cutters, obviously. You can use a knife, but I found I was always going straight through the cores. If you set this just right, it's perfect. Look at that, hey? Tell you what, I don't know what cable this is. Now usually it's the Ultra EV from Doncaster, but that doesn't normally come with these little cores inside, the white bits, so I'm not sure who's made the cable, but there we are. It'll probably be just a cheaper alternative. Didn't take them long to copy it though, did it? That's what they like in this game. Copycats. Sitting on a doormat. Right, that's done now. We'll get that stuffing gland slit. Mind you, I think I've already done that. And then hopefully this just pushes through. Oh, like that. This heat's unbearable. I don't know how you lot get on working abroad. You lot get on like anyone's watching me abroad. His head's gone in this heat, hasn't it? I think he's a bloody worldwide celeb. Right, that's brought us into there nicely. Now all we've got to do is get our screws on. So, like I said earlier, we're going to be using sweat. It's got sun cream all in my eyes, which is fantastic. Where's them screws gone, James? Oh, here they are. Here they are, don't worry. So this, like I said earlier, we've got our little IP washers. We're going to get those on each screw, like so, and then this is going to screw it back to the wall. Just like that. So we've got our cable entry with our grommet there, and then we've got our little IP washers in each corner. So this is ready to be terminated. Now to connect this up, basically this, what would you call that? Connector? Push connector? I don't know. God knows. Anyway, once it's plugged into the charger, that's going to sit there like that. And then this little slider is going to slide across to secure it into place. It's going to look something like that. So our cables have got to come up, round and into there. So I'm going to cut them about there and get it terminated. So I've cut these to length now. We're just going to get these in, get them tightened down. I'm using a flathead for this. It is a posi bit, but there's a full length flat bit, and I think you can just get them a lot tighter with a flathead. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah. Now, once this is connected, that end's ready to go. We can now get the Cat 6 stripped off. So all we're using is 2 cores out of this. So we can get this stripped round, get it bent over like a vat, and then pull off what we need. So because this is Cat 6, it's shielded as well, which is nice. See, this isn't, it's nothing like the Doncaster. I don't know what it is. I shall have to find out, won't I? I'm so hot and sweaty, I'm sorry. I am sorry. So we're going to be using the brown pair for this. So brown and white. I'm just going to cut the other ones a little bit shorter. So about there, we'll give them a cut. We'll get these stripped and disconnect. They're all wrapped, fair play. I'm going to leave the sheathing on that. And I'm also going to leave the slack, aren't we? So get these stripped. So brown and white. Like I said earlier, that goes into this little 6-way connector here, and I do believe it's just push fit. So CT, which is down there, plus and minus. I'm going to be using the white for the minus, the brown for the plus, and then that's ready to connect in. That's ready to connect in. Let's get the front on. So like I was just saying, this is going to plug into there nice and tightly. It's going to loop up onto there and then push that back on to make it nice and tight there. And then our CT connection, that's going to go in down here. It can only go in one way, and that is that way. Get that pushed in. We can get these wrapped around neatly in here. We'll just show you this before I tidy it up. So that's how it looks in there. I might cut those off, wrap some tape around them just before I tighten it back. Now, our cover is pushed on. What I'm going to do is tighten these down, but I'm not going to fit the external coloured cover just yet. That's because I want to get it set up and make sure that it's all working before I put that cover on, because it's got little snap connections on top. I just tend to fit it last when it's all finished, give it a nice and clean finish once we've tidied up everywhere. Just get it snapped on at the end. There's a little screw underneath to secure it. And that's that, without the final cover on, ready to go. Get this lot tidied up and move upstairs to the mate. Look at the sweat on me, man. It's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you how hot it is. What's it saying? 23 degrees apparently, but it feels a lot hotter, as you can see. Here's my plan. Sync EV consumer unit. So we've got a main switch, SPD, I've already shown you this. What we're going to do now is, one entry is going to be for the stuffing gland. That's going to be for our Ultra EV cable. Then we're going to be putting a tails gland, so we've got gaps for our live, neutral and earth in another side. So I'm going to get these drilled out, ready to mount onto the wall. Right, EV board in and connected up now. So we've got our tails in, earth in, we've got our Ultra EV coming up through the bottom, and then I've took the Cat 6 straight through that stuffing gland also. So yeah, we've got this still to tidy up, and then we've literally just got to wait for Western Power to connect into the meter. Oh, so it's ready to just turn on. All right, cheers mate. It's all right, Western Power have just been and connected it for me. So there is our Henley blocks on the wall. They've put them on for us, connected it all up. I told them to just leave these because I'm going to be changing these tiles in a couple of days. I'm going to change it, so we're going to come back and do the board change. So we've got our CT clamp on, ready to go. I've got to put a box on there, but also do that when I come back. It's only going to be a couple of days, so it's ready to go on. Right, now we've got our power on to our charger. You can see the green light on there. We've just got to set it up. And to set it up, we're going to go into the BG EV charging app. It's then going to connect to this via Bluetooth. All the things are on the piece of paper that it comes with. So we've got a serial number, then a password to get into it, and then I'll show you. So once we're into the charger, we've got network setup, configuration settings, RCD and installation test mode. So we've set the network up, we've put it on the Wi-Fi, and then we've got a setup to tell it what is feeding it. So it'll be charger mode through the app, max current 32 amps, and then we can set up, also input the details of the main cutout. So we'll put the fuse, we'll put that it's CT monitored. That way, if anything's drew through the house, it'll limit the charge to the charger. Right, we're all done and on, and the car is on charge, and it's at about 50%. The estimated wait time is around 3 hours, and that'll be fully charged, which is mint. So that's all done and on, which leaves one thing. We've got to put a test on it, we've got to do a certificate, and then we've got to send the invoice. Now, how do we send our invoices? With the sponsor of today's video, Tradify. If you don't know what Tradify is, you've either been living under a rock or you're new here. Tradify is our business management software that we use to run our business. From within that one app, we can link it to our wholesalers, which makes quoting a lot easier. So the prices, we can get them to do a spreadsheet, link them into Tradify, link it into your app, easily quote. You then send the quote off. They can accept via a little button. You can then book the job in with the scheduling part of the app, so you can run it as your diary. You can also run it for subcontractors, other people who work for you. And you can then complete the job. Once the job's completed, you can fill out your certificates on there also, and you can then get the invoice sent off, which, once it's sent off, you can then see when they've opened it, and when they have paid it. You can also accept payments through Stripe, which does incur a little charge, but you can pass it on to the customer. So it's their choice if they want to pay via that. But yeah, check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description, and that will give you a free 14-day free trial. If you do like it, once you've tried it out for 14 days, use code JLC30 for 30% off your first 3 months. Big up Tradify, thank you for sponsoring the video. Check it out. That is it from us for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed doing it, haven't we?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's that. Leave a little like if you can. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. You would become a legend. If you want to support the channel a bit more, there is a membership with a small monthly fee to pay your boy, which helps me pay my boy. See you later. Ta-ra.